there's an experience that Drew Carey is sharing. I don't know if you've heard about this. Is about like a great feeling, I guess, a euphoric feeling. He went to see the band Phish. Drew Carey did.
Now, this is the kind of I've read a little bit about Drew, and when I heard that Phish was going to take the slot that U2 had been performing at the Sphere, kind of a what do they call it?
Residency.
Yeah, thank you, Biggie. Sorry, BB Shea. A residency at the Sphere. I thought this is not going to end well. This is going to blow people's minds.
Yes.
What is it about?
Because people ingest a lot of things to go to see a Phish show.
Okay.
And then you're enveloped in a 360-degree screen.
Yeah. Well, that's it. You know,
it's going to blow people's minds.
Everybody loves the Sphere in Las Vegas. That's like the big thing right now.
The visuals inside and out.
Yeah.
You know my personality.
Yeah.
Hate it.
Can't do it.
Don't like it.
No.
Turned against it. Won't look at it.
Check.
I will not look at the Sphere. Everybody's like, I got to go to the Sphere. I'll stay away from the Sphere. I won't look at it. Anyhow, Drew Carey was on the show After Midnight, hosted by Taylor Tomlinson. And he was on with Weird Al Yankovic and a couple other guests. And he said that he had gone and he took a moment and stopped the show. He said, I need to talk about this. I went to see Phish at the Sphere in the night or two before. And this is what he said. We have the audio of him talking about the experience. And he's not a Phish person. He's never been to see Phish before.
Oh.
But he saw him at the Sphere.
I saw Phish at the Sphere this weekend. Never saw a Phish. Never didn't know a Phish tune. And they blew my minds off so hard. It was like being edged for 4 days straight. And then right before the face-melting climax at the end on the fourth day, an angel comes down from heaven, Gabriel, and he shoots heroin in your arm. And he says, good luck now, and he leaves. And then you have an orgasm for 15 minutes while your eyeballs fall out of your head.
Does that sound like something anyone would like to try? I don't know. He went on to say, now we just have the written comments here. He said, to do that again, I would give up all my money, stick my penis in a blender, and swear off poon for the rest of my life.
Well,
this was the greatest thing I've ever experienced in my life, no lie. Seeing Phish,
I believe him,
at the Sphere, and he's ready to stick it in a blender and then swear off
just one more hit
sex for the rest of his life. He wants one more hit of Phish at the Sphere because it was that great of a show. That's probably the best endorsement for any show.
That's
I've ever
remarkable.
heard. I mean, he really put that into words.
Yeah.
And I watched the whole 10-minute segment. Weird Al was on there, another comedian was on there, and they kept bringing up references to it. And Taylor Tomlinson said, this is great because there'll be no way they can edit this out now. We want this to be part of it. Because when he told that, at first they were like, wow, the censors are going to have a field day with this because of what you said about the edging and all of that kind of stuff. It's a little bit much for me, the edging and all. But
Drew has a way with words.
All right,
He's got a
okay.
gift.
I mean, he described to me the worst thing he's ever done is be host of Price is Right. Any other time, he's fantastic. You know, he's
a likable cat.
He really gives it his all everywhere else. On the Price is Right, he's just kind of going through the motions, or so it seems. Some sports dirt today. Did you watch the draft?
I watched a little bit of it, yes.
Did you hear what my friend told me? It was embarrassing. On the night before the draft, I guess the day of, Thursday, I said, you watching the draft tonight? And he said, no, because I don't live in my mom's basement. That hurt. Okay,
that really hurt.
Hurt a little bit. Okay, yeah. Because I am a person who follows the draft from beginning to end. I watched every single second of it. And
you weren't high?
No.
Don't answer that.
You tell me if this goes too far. I record all channels that show the draft so that I can rewind when the Broncos make a pick and hear what every single analyst says about it at the moment it happens.
It's a little much.
So I've gone back and I've done all of that.
It's a little much.
I've done every bit of that. The two things coming out of the draft, there's a new Bills wide receiver, Keon Coleman. He was at a press conference wearing a really nice jacket, but it was like a maize and blue. It was like Michigan colors. And he was saying, yeah, I'm from Michigan. And he wanted to get a red and blue one because now he's a Buffalo Bill. He didn't realize the microphone was on.
Guess where I got this from, though? Nah, man, you forgot I went to school in Michigan for 2 years? Guess where I got this from, though? I'm saying you got to guess. You're going to be wrong, though, but guess.
Time is up.
Nah. Macy's. What you mean? They be on sale on the rack. All the colors. Look, $79, $89. nice little deal. You can get the trench coat for like $100. Nice little. I'll take you there personally. I might go get some more colors. I need a blue one and another red one. See, I ain't know nothing about Thanksgiving. I shop like my mom. I get my coats in the summertime. You gotta shop a season or two before, just in case, and they be cheaper. Cause you go at Thanksgiving, everybody in Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? Who we starting with? Oh, we could go. Oh, my bad. Hold up. Y'all can hear me? This on? Oh, this on. All right, bro.
He had no idea.
He turned to the handler.
I like it.
What?
All right, who's the first question?
He just thought he was chatting with the.
Oh,
No, he's on. He's talking about that. And what a weird guess. He's like, guess who gave me the Tom Izzo?
Yeah.
Tom Izzo. Why would he give
Where
me
did that come
with the
from?
Michigan colors, the arch rival of Michigan? He said, no, man, I bought it at Macy's. And then I loved his. I don't go shopping on Thanksgiving. No.
That's a pretty good plan.
Right. Shop in the spring for your coats, right? Yeah.
Sometimes you look at people who buy Christmas stuff in January and you think, loon. But are they?
It works.
They're
Getting the
saving
best
money.
price.
It works. We did that one time. It was such a great thing. We bought everybody's gifts it was like December 28th.
I was thinking more decorations.
We bought that too.
Yeah.
Went to Pier 1. Went over at Pier 1 and bought a bunch of decorations and gifts for the next year, and it was great. Now they're out of business now. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
But we paid
Too many people shop like that.
Yes, we paid half price for all of that stuff. And it was really, really nice. Yeah, but now he says I shop in the spring for my jacket.
I love BB Shea giving you a courtesy. When you said Pier 1.
Or Pier 1.
Yeah.
Fine place. It's good. I like Pier 1. Sports.
Are you more of a wicker man or a rattan man?
I'm a wicker man.
I was wicker, but
Too big to be wicker man.
it's gone now. I know. Big people not sitting
That's
wicker.
right.
You're
No,
right.
yeah, wicker's it looks sturdy.
Look, the
but
weird indentions on the back of your legs.
That'll
yeah.
creak on you. It'll
That's
give you a
right,
lot of
when the
creaking.
when the things snap and
Exactly.
then the sharp edges.
And when you see a wicker
Right.
chair, you think, look at that. That looks pretty dang sturdy. But the minute you go down, it's
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Forget it.
That's a tough one. Another press conference. The Panthers, the Carolina Panthers, drafted Xavier Legette. Their first round pick. They traded up into the first round to get him. People love his accent.
So you woke up a Carolina Panther this morning. Did you have to pinch yourself a little bit?
Oh no, man. I woke up ready, man. I got a call right after I got dressed. They was coming to pick me up at 9:30 in the morning. I told them I'm gonna be ready.
Because I saw the emotion in your face in the video, but what were those emotions?
Overly excited my whole time, and I really trying to hold my tears in for real, man. I told my folks I wasn't gonna crack. I was trying to be tough guy. Oh man, I was really overexcited.
You're not going to understand a word he says, but you're going to like him.
I'm getting a jersey.
You're going to like it.
I'm getting a
Yeah, you
jersey.
get a jersey.
I love that
Why
guy.
wouldn't you? Why wouldn't
Yeah.
you? Exactly.
He's got a great voice. Now he's
does.
country.
No, he's
Big country.
Oh, yeah.
He is. You are not going to know what he's saying, but you're going to like his play and his post-game interviews for sure.
Did you see the speaking of Panthers? Did you see the David Tepper story?
What's wrong with him? Somebody said he's ruffling feathers again.
Well, some bar in Charlotte, Dilworth neighborhood, something or other. I think they had a sign out in front of their on their marquee that said, "Dear Panthers, let the GM and coach pick this year." A direct shot at the owner.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
right.
I think it was the day of the draft.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
And Tepper went into the place and apparently had a conversation with the guy, and it's on video.
Wow.
And one of the guys behind the counter was wearing a Philadelphia Eagles cap, and Tepper took it off. But at the end of the video, they shook hands, and everyone seemed to go. But it's kind of a bad look.
Yeah, and especially to go in and touch someone.
Yeah.
Well, and last time we
Put
saw
that sign up.
last time we saw him, he was dumping a drink on a fan.
On a fan at the
That's
Jaguars.
like the last time we saw him.
I
right?
read, too, that he's done this before in there.
Mm-hmm.
They had another sign up that said something similar, and he stopped in before. So I think it's kind of now known that he goes in. But to me, the overstep is when you reach out and
Grab
touch
somebody's
somebody
hat.
or grab somebody's hat. Yeah. Because it looks cordial otherwise. You don't see him, like, angry. But once again,
Yeah,
it
but
just
it's
seems,
very
he seems
rare when
above
somebody
that.
that big goes into something to take on some little minuscule bar that puts up a sign. You know, you get down on their level. You know, it's like, what are you doing? Why are you going in there? You would never see. I don't think hardly any other owner.
I can't see Kraft doing it.
Jerry Jones? You think Jerry Jones is going to go into a bar, a little bar in Dallas? I doubt it. The other piece of sports dirt today, people are saying that this is one of the worst play-by-play calls in history. The A's were down to the Orioles in the top of the ninth, 2-1. They got a double to tie the game 2-2. And the play-by-play announcer, at least she's being dragged online for not giving it a good call.
Parker at second, Blade at first. That's in the air towards right field. Ryan McKenna leaps up to grab it. Over his head it goes, and coming in home. How about we have ourselves an even-up game?
They're calling it the Boom Goes the Dynamite of 2024.
I gotta tell you, though, that's as you know, I've done a little play-by-play.
Already one in, nobody out, bottom half of the first. Winston-Salem getting off to a heck of a start. Certainly what they wanted.
I'm sorry, but it's more difficult than people think. You know,
Well,
it's
I'm certain that it is.
It's not as easy as you
but
think.
you were, and in every sense of the word, minor league.
And that ball was tattooed.
You see what I'm saying?
He's right.
Tattooed.
Right.
This woman is supposedly, I guess, worked her way up to MLB.
Major
This is
league.
the show.
Yeah. She's up at Camden Yards now, calling the game. A's at Orioles. Yeah, she has worked her way all the way up.
Presumably. Of course, you know, a lot of the people on social media just dragging, what is a woman doing? Women shouldn't call sports.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of that.
But this doesn't help.
Well,
I mean,
how
being
about
honest,
we have ourselves an even up ball game? I mean, even Vin Scully would say that. His first
my God.
go out.
Oh, well, no. That was pretty bad. I mean, that's, you know, I have a relative who's very anti women calling sport, and she's female. There's a female in my life that's very anti. When she hears a woman calling the game, she will say, "What's that woman doing calling?" I always say, "Well, you know, it's." Oh, come on. She always like, come on. She didn't play. I was like, well, she didn't play, but she probably played softball or something. You know, I was all right with it. I've you know, you accept. That's fine. You know, when it first happened 20 years ago, I was like, well, who is Doris Burke? What's she doing? You know, but hey, she's
the NBA players love Doris Burke.
I know. They talk to Doris Burke all the time, you know, and she'll do some play-by-play sometimes. But some don't like that. I did hear a guy once. I told this is probably 20 years ago, and it's a perfect time of year for it. The Hurricanes were in the playoffs, and a guy scored a goal. I wish I had the audio. I can't even hardly do it justice. And the Hurricanes scored a goal. You remember this? And the crowd, I think it was like an overtime game winner. And so he scores the goal, and the crowd just, you know, they're going crazy. And the play-by-play man said, what are you going to say about something like that? And the color commentator said, well, I'll tell you what I'm going to say. I don't know if this is going to take off and become a thing. I don't know if people are going to repeat it. I don't know how this is going to go, but I'm going to say, how do you like the Bedlam?
Put it on a shirt.
How do you like the Bedlam?
Wow.
Now the whole arena in Raleigh is filled with
how do you like the Bedlam shirts? That's what that woman reminded me
Rooker
of.
at second, Blade at first. That's in the air towards right field. Ryan McKenna leaps up to grab it. Over his head it goes, and coming in home. How about we have ourselves an even-up game?
And boom goes the dynamite.
just a little lost.
Yeah, it did.
And boom goes the dynamite.
She's probably ready to go home. Ninth inning.
Well,
Last thing she expected was somebody to tie it up.
Tied?
We're getting extra innings.
Even up game now. Yeah.
You know these are the A's, right?
Already one in, nobody out, bottom half of the first. Winston-Salem getting off to a heck of a start.
If you're new, that is Chris Kelly.
Yeah, slow A ball. That's A ball. Did you hear me last week, BB Shea, on my track commentary?
No.
It's from a while back. This is from a while back. This is when I was in high school, and my friends were running in the state track meet and my good friend won the state championship. And his sister had a camera on me for the entire duration of the race. I just had the first 20 seconds. Embarrassing. Because I sound so Southern in it, and I was just talking about, hey, later you're going to be state champion. I really believe you're going to be state champion.
Dustin, by now you're probably state champion in the 800-meter run, so we're really happy about it. But if not, it's okay. We still love you.
At least you're eighth in the state. That's the worst you can do.
Darn straight. And you're going to be better than that, at least second. And I'm thinking state champion.
Country.
Yeah.
I like that. Real country.
You're like Xavier Leggett over here.
Yeah, really.
Real country.
Ain't going to be a state champion, man.
pretty
His
country.
state coming about 9:30, man.
That's pretty country.
Where's she going to be? It's eighth in the state.
Yeah, well, because there were only 8 people
in the
running.
race.
In the race.
final.
It's like, the worst you can do is 8 in the state.
What I wouldn't give to be 8 in the state in anything.
If you're saying this by now, you're state champion.
I'd put my penis in a blender to be 8 in the state or something.
I would have, and I would have, and I still would.
He still would.
I still
was
would.
gonna say, yeah.
If I could be the 8th
My whole
best,
genitals, not just penis, balls too.
if I could be,
When are you going to start recording?
okay. Let me tell you this: If I could be the 8th best over 50 pickleball player in the state, I'd put my penis and balls in a blender.
Whole thing, whole
and
genitalia.
swear off a poon for the rest of my life. I would go full Drew Carey on that moment and do all of those. Yes, I would do every bit of that.
He's so nimble at the net. Look at him. How does he do it?
How does he do it?
He moves so silkily.
Unbelievable. So true.